Good evening. It's Tuesday, 27th day of March, 2012. Let's have a quick look at the markets and what transpired today. In fact, better yet, let's back it up and go to Sunday night. Globex opened, very quiet. Market gets underway. Price gets up and above the CFMA1, which is the, do I need to say it? Backbone of the CFRN indicator set. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It got on the backside, put in a little doji here, and we had a drop from 97 down to roughly 92. About a 5-point move. Market reverses, London open, we get a strong move up. Okay. We get on the north side of the MA1. Strong hour here. Market continues to move higher. Very shallow pullback right into the MA1. We discussed yesterday that potentially buying here at 1406 on a stop could open the door for higher prices. It did. We actually ended up with about a 10-point move to the upside, which brought us into the high today at 1419 and a quarter. Economic sentiment numbers this morning were not what they were expected to be, and price sold off as a result. Now, here we see, notice the big move, okay, and then price consolidates for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. Fair enough. We then spike right here on the London Open. If you'll notice down here at the bottom of my purple cursor, 2:30 Chicago time, London Open, we get a spike. That's where we hit our high of the day. And we hit a red MA1. Okay, remember over here, blue and climbing, we went from 1403, call it 1404. 1404 up to 1418. So grand total of about 14 points. Now, once price did this, I can't imagine anyone staying in for this. Okay. Once this happened, price begins to flatten out and move to the right. You're going to exit that trade. Okay. So whatever you might have gotten from here, or from here. Once we get here, this is where you're looking to exit the trade. Okay. Yes, it goes higher. That's okay. Now, we get a bullish close above the red MA1. This puts you on high alert. What comes next? Okay, so the next hour. By the way, this is an hourly chart. It's a Globex chart, 24 hours. We get a close below the red MA1. This sets everything in motion. This setup, you're looking to do one thing only. You're looking to sell the open of the next candle. Period. The open of the next candle is 1417. That's where it opened. Right there. Okay? You're selling the open, 1417. Your stop has got to be up here above the swing high. Call it 1420. 1420 and a quarter. You need 3 points of risk on this trade. Okay? Now, from 1417, just to get back to the weekly trading zone, that's 8 points. So you're willing to risk 3 for the potential of 8. I am. Okay. Price walks it down. See, we don't need to wait for the pullback here. We have real good indications here. Okay. This is just a beautiful entry. Comes down. We do get a pullback just as we were ending the radio program today. I said, all right, guys, we had this pullback here, and it gave us this. We had this pullback here, and it gave us this. We closed out the show with a green hourly candle building. I said, watch this. And I did say, if you go back and listen to the podcast, I said, you could just sell the MA1 here. Or you can wait and see how that candle closes. It closed bullish, right above the MA1. Would that have been the optimal entry? Yes. Is that the entry I would have taken? Quite frankly, no. I would have looked for price to trade below the low, or at least below the close of this candle. Okay. Let's say you let the hour finish and you sold the open of this candle at 1409. It took you down to 1405. Fair enough. 4-point trade. Little doji here. Okay. Price turns. We climb back above the MA1. We run right into that weekly trading zone of 1408, 1409. 2 hours inside a 1-point range. 3, 4, 5, 6. Market is trying to make up its mind. Okay? Is it going to punch higher? Is it going to go back and challenge this? Could. If it does, the MA1 is going to curl right up behind it. It's going to walk the dog right up there, just like it did over here. 2 ways to trade this, 2 ways to play this. Take a trend line tool. Trend lines are free. Draw it down. Give yourself some room. Okay. This is just a visual cue. I realize I'm not touching anything there. Okay. If I wanted to touch, then I'm already in the trade because I'm doing this. And I don't know that I want to be in that trade yet. I want some convincing. Okay. Let's say we did this. We don't draw fibs a lot, but from time to time I will to point something out. Where's the 38? Right there. 1410 and change. 1412, 14. So, potential for some resistance in there? Absolutely. But if we come back above this high right here, 1409 and a quarter, let's say 1409 and a half, 1409.75. Okay, price is going to be going this way. The blue MA1 is going to be right behind it. I'm interested in being long in this area right here. Okay, as price comes back through this, let it show me something. Because you know what might happen? Price might come back up into this area. It might consolidate inside of this weekly zone. It might roll over, and it might give us a beautiful short trade back down to this 1399, 1400. These are hourly candles. I guess the biggest point I could make would be, don't be in a rush. You've got plenty of time to watch it develop, plenty of time to put on your trade, and even when you're late to the party, okay, there's still a little something to be had, because these are pretty good swings. One other thing I want to show you real quick. Let's go to the 10,000 contract chart. Let's go back to Sunday night. Okay. Now, okay, Sunday night open right here. What does price do? We have bullish conditions because our CFMA1 is above the BBC. It's the bullish bearish cross. We pull right back into the BBC. 13. Where do we strike it? 1393. Call it 1394. From 1394, we expect higher prices. Now we get it right up to the window of opportunity at 95.75. Pulls back. Support holds. Okay. Are you looking to just clip something? Snip something? Or are you looking for more? If you're looking for more, keep in mind that that support holds. All right. And then what happens? From that 1394 entry, price goes all the way to 1406. From 94 to 1406, get a 12-point move, and Wall Street's just waking up. Here's the Wall Street open. Chicago, 8:30, 9:30 on Wall Street. Okay, this little doji right here gives us our high. Then we drop back and we get into this twisted thing that we've been getting into, this little flat zone that has made trading, especially during the live trading room, rather difficult the last few days because the market just doesn't seem to have any movement. But nonetheless, we do get a bullish cross here. That tells us that we're looking for higher prices. Now our de facto trade setup looks for a pullback here. You don't always get the pullback. Can you still take the trade? Sure. You got the CF cycle indicator, blue and climbing. You have, I'll open these up so you can see it a little better. Get a blue envelope on the DMT, direction, momentum, trend. Get a blue envelope. You've got a green trend strength line. That's also calling for higher prices. Now let's look what happens. We get our bullish cross. It takes a while, but what do we get here? We get a pullback. And we get this nice little doji that sits right on the BBC, right inside of a weekly trading zone. Anytime price sits on the BBC inside of a weekly trading zone, whether you're in bullish conditions or bearish conditions, it doesn't get much better than that. So that entry, bullish cross, first pullback, 1408 and change. Where does price go from there? From 1408 and change, it goes to almost 1420.
New visitor.
So from 1408 to 1420, what do we got there? 12 points. That's that same 12-point move. This is just what it looked like on this chart. You'll notice you get a second, let's say maybe along the way you took your profits for whatever reason. Okay, you're following your stop right up along here. So if there were any place that you got actually stopped out, it might have just been here. And then with this bullish close, you might have just been buying the open right there to grab another 4 points. Okay. Now, here's the whole thing in reverse. Bearish cross, pullback, there's your entry right there. It doesn't change. Okay. That entry's right there. To the tick. Right over here, it's highlighted in green. You know to the tick where your entry is. Where's the entry? 1414.50. Okay. And where does it ultimately go? Takes it a while, but it gets all the way down to 1405. Were there many places along the way that you might have decided to just take your profit, get out, be done, go fishing, walk the dog, make a sandwich? You bet. Alright, one last thing I'm going to show you, and this is on the YM. Okay, we're going to go back to Sunday night, and we're going to see basically the same thing. Okay, market gets underway off the London Open, and it really takes off. We don't get a pullback until right here. But watch this. This is that same Sunday open. Right. Well, you can't see it so good here. See, here's the 25th. Yeah, I'll have to go back to the other chart. Otherwise, you won't see it good, and I won't be able to make my point. And what's the point of doing a video if you can't make your point? All right. Okay. So let's roll back to Sunday night. Here we go. All right. This was a little confusing in here. If you bought this pullback, there was actually profit. There's 10 points of profit there. If you shouldn't have been trading this, okay, because there was no pull away. Okay. Now, did you potentially miss all of this? Yeah. But that's okay, because you got your pullback right here at 13,097. Okay, 13,097. Buy in the market. Why? Because that's the setup. Where does price go from 13,097? It goes to 13,150. That's a 50-point move. Okay. At $5 per point, that's $250 on one contract. If you're a 4-contract trader, it's a $1,000 move. As we roll into Monday, we get our bearish cross, we get our pullback. We never really had a pull away here. You know, it just didn't really. I'm going to show you. See if we can find it. 23rd, 25th, 26th. Okay. There's a pullback here, 13,020 up to 13,146. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. This is the same market, but see how we didn't miss all of it over here? 13,020 to 13,1. That's a 120-point move. Call it 100 points. Okay. One contract, that's $500. True story. 4 contracts, you can do the math. Okay. Don't get a bearish cross here. We do catch a bearish cross here. Okay. Let me move this out of the way. Get our bearish cross, get our pullback. 13,188. And price drops to 13.
New visitor.
146. 188.46. I don't know. Sounds like about 40 points. Call it 30. 30 times $5 a point. One contract's $150. Okay, 10 contracts, you can do the math. And then you get, I don't know, maybe you get stopped out right here. Maybe you think this thing's ready to giddy up. And although you don't have a pull away after the cross, you go long anyway, you just get stopped out. But I don't want you to think I'm just going to show you, oh, every trade he showed was a winning trade. Well, I'm just showing you the setups. I'm not showing you winning or losing trades. This one, if you took it, you got stopped out. Okay. And we're at the end of the road here. Okay. Oh, we're still up on that big one. Let's drop back down. Okay. Little back and forth. Here, you got the cross. You just never had a pullback. You finally get one right here. That would have been close enough right there. That would have triggered you in at 136, and it drops down to 113. So that's about 20 points. So on one contract, that's $100. Okay, 10 contracts, whatever you trade, 3 contracts, you can do the math. Okay, so I went back and forth between a couple different time frames because there is no magical time frame. Okay, but whatever time frame you put these indicators to work in, they're going to do the work for you in that time frame. This move here, okay, this is the pullback. Remember we talked about this, to the BBC, inside of the weekly zone. This thing goes from 160 to 240. That's 80 points. On one contract, that's a $400 move. The good part is you only need to risk on this trade 160. If you wanted to put your stop below this swing low here was 148. So you're buying in at 160. The swing low is 148. Give it 15 points. Give it 20. You ran 80 points. Okay. Now, am I pointing this out tonight because something rare and unusual happened? No. Even in these sluggish, sleepy, range-bound markets, there's still some moves. Okay. And what you should do is you should come, if you're not already a partner, you should come and hang out in the live trading room with us, and we'll show you exactly what we do, exactly how we do it, and we'll answer all your questions. We're not the grumpy room moderators that belittle you when you question who we are and what gives us the right to be trading E-mini futures. We actually treat everyone with dignity and respect, because that's how we like to be treated, and so that's how we treat you. So come on, pay us a visit, cfrn.net/apply. All we need is an email, and let's see, I need an email, oh, and a name, right? Okay, and you're in. It's that easy. And while you're on the website, you can download the iPhone app. You can visit the blog. You can download the toolbar. A lot of stuff going on. So we do invite you to come and take advantage of it all. It's there for you. And with that, I'm going to end the video, and I will see you all in the live trading room tomorrow morning. Fair enough? That's if I could get my video capture software to turn off. Looks like, there we go.